מצטלם בחדשות במשפט.
אני יודע. סיפרת לי לפני כמה שנים.
עבודה. אתה יודע מה אני עושה?
אתה עבדת פה, לא? כי פגשנו אותך פה.
כן, אני יודע. זה אני. זהו, אז זה עליי שרוצים את העולם שלי לצלם את זה.
חמישית שקורה לי.
אבל למה אתה רוצה אם יש לך פה?
לא, אני חושב שהוא יותר טוב.
תשאל מישהו מקצוע. אתה על 500 עכשיו שמת?
כן.
Each time you're happy, you drink whiskey or something. Or mostly unhappy, yeah. Or unhappy with Russia. You drink whiskey.
Okay.
Especially Russian samovar. Yeah. And I put in this. I'm going to take this.
זה יפה, זה דווקא רעי. כן. דני, אני רץ.
There's also some terrific pictures here. Russian samovar. Okay. They put vodka. It's for tea. Yes. It was inside vodka. It's my life. Yeah. Your life 2.5 was, I think that reading this book and knowing what I know, I think you're a great artist. And, you've done, you're a fantastic dancer and good choreographer. Very creative. But, you're still plenty of years left.
Sometimes I'm lucky with women, but I still not find it.
Why one?
One forever. И у нас есть еще одна знакомая, Галич, там есть жена знакомая, еще одна знакомая.
I left when I went.
One more.
Yeah, one more.
Outside.
When I left my office,
Yeah.
I left in Khan Topol in my office with my secretary, and he was saying, I said, you can stay, fine. I'm going. So
I'm now here.
he's in my office 20 minutes ago. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Regards for him, because I know him very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you well, we can send you his telephone numbers, no problem.
Yeah, but I have little problem with him. I always have between men problem with the woman. She left him all the time staying.
It's all right.
And his friend and my friend, she want to live with me. But I said, no, never.
Good taste or bad taste?
And he very upset. He.
Oh. I'll tell you.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember, I was thinking about 1974, 1973. I think that I found out about you from John Krenko. Because at that stage, during those years, we used to bring to Israel dance company's guests. We brought maybe 10 or 15. And so was Krenko's company, Stuttgart, and Harlem Ballet, and Nederlands Danstheater, and so on and so forth. And I think that maybe John told me about you. And afterwards, Clive told me about you, Clive Barnes. And
not bad people.
And then there was also this women's crowd in Britain, the 35s, these very militant ladies. And before that, there was a group that started by Barbara Oberman. And so we then started, I suggested to Bacheva, we start to send some money. And we used to send some money from Bacheva.
You send money, darling, you not send money, you survive my life. And I tell you about this money.
Yeah?
I get money only from you, Bacheva. And people send 10, 50, 100, $150. The counting slowly in New York is maybe sent 150,000 to me, but not one penny, not one penny.
Oh, really?
Coming only.
Only the Rothschild money. Okay.
This 2000 survived my life in Galina.
That's good. And so, and I was in contact all the time with, with the organization that Nativ used to try to help the Jews in Russia, a guy called Svinetsa. And
It's here,
yeah, that's right. We're very nice chap. And
he passed.
no, he passed away. And we used to phone to you, Yossi Frankel, with some translator, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
And then we used to put out press releases. They were not happy press releases. It had an effect. I remember also speaking on one occasion to Yigal Allon. He was deputy prime minister.
Yeah.
And he told me that he'd spoken to Harold Wilson, and that Wilson promised he would speak to the Russians, and it seemed to help. And then finally, what happened. Then they told me Panov is coming out. Panov is coming out. So I went to Vienna, and they put me in a small pension, 1.5 star pension, if you remember. And you came. You and Galina, after a big chase in the street, you arrived in the pension with this guy, and then of course the next day the three of us went to Israel, and then I remember of course at the airport.
After we go to embassy.
Yeah, that's right.
And Galina stealing the fruit and say it's possible. He say everything what you want. And she say it's in Israel also so many fruit.
Sure, of
And
course.
in Perm.
Perm, I was in Perm. Diamonds, yes, but fruit less. And then I remember coming to the airport and all the excitement. Martha Graham wanted to come to the airport to say hello, and I said to her,
Big story.
yeah, but I said to Martha, this is Panov and Panov. That's their story.
She tell me about everything.
She was cross with me. Martha was cross with me.
She wish she want to kill, but she want to kill Jeanette.
Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't matter. And then I remember, you came to my house.
Yes.
That night you came to my house.
Yeah, celebrating your
Yeah.
house.
And then you saw one of my sons had his foot out of the bed. He was
Yes.
asleep. And you took his foot and you said, he can be a ballet dancer. And my wife said, Valery, say that again, we send you back to Russia.
Yes.
So we had no dances in the family.
Beautiful, your wife.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
now not bad, yes, but
not
in
bad,
this
not
time.
bad. Well, if you stay long enough, she'll come here this often. And then I remember
But
that.
every girl likes you, I remember in New York. And
Thank you. And
I
then
think we was not bad, looking only, not bad.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I tried to keep it up. And then I remember your first day in Ibn Gvirov Street when we went to a restaurant to
Not
eat.
possible to walk. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
organized to buy dress for
That's right, some
Leningrad,
clothes,
you know.
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
right.
God.
But then we sat down and I said, Valery, do you want anything else? So you said yes. So I said, what can we do? So you wrote down on a small piece of paper, Mercedes-Benz. So I'm sorry I didn't give you Mercedes-Benz,
That's right.
but okay.
But you know who want to
Yeah.
buy immediately Mercedes-Benz
Yeah.
and ask contract?
Yeah.
This impresario was working till today is very successful.
Which one do we like?
The wrong name of him. Impresario who bring all from Leningrad. He take this.
You mean Hochhauser?
No, Israeli.
Yeah.
The best after you.
Just after me, thank you.
It's not possible.
And then I remember there came that guy who offered the apartment, and I spoke to him and I said, okay, so he took an apartment for 1 year. And then we had a discussion one day. You had a big bed. You had a double bed in that apartment.
Yeah.
And I was lying on the bed. You were sitting on the bed. Galina was around. And I said, Valery, you're going to need a manager. So you said, you be the manager. I said, I can't. It's not,
Yeah.
you're not for me. And you said, well, let's ask Clive Barnes. So I called Clive and I said, do you suggest something? And then he sent this Kirshonov, Maxine. And that's another story.
Big wrong.
And he didn't do the right things with you. I remember also your first performance with the Philharmonic in November 1974 with a conductor by the name of Geller.
Don't remember.
Yeah, no, and I remember also your trip to England to meet the people and say hello and thank you and so.
Not people,
Yeah.
fantastic people.
Yeah. And then of course
Laurence Olivier,
yeah,
Paul
absolutely,
Scofield,
yeah, that's right.
John Gilgood. I have pictures.
And also at the airport when you came, I remember Rosemary was there and Jenny was there, Jenny Walton. They were at the airport to
Yeah.
meet you with flowers or whatever.
It's angels. I say it's
And
three angels in my life.
and I spoke to Jenny about a week ago.
Yeah.
She sounds okay, by the way.
Yes, I know.
But she says Rosemary's
Yes.
not too well. But you know, and then of course you started with your relationship with George White.
Yeah.
And
Josh White closed door for all my
yeah,
people what are out. It was barn boy. Barn boy until today say, do you remember Josh White?
sure. I
Panov, Durak.
think George was a great guy. And he came on Aliyah
Yeah.
before he died. He came on Aliyah. Yeah, what do you think of that? I tell you, you know George. I helped him a little bit when he came on Aliyah. And I was speaking to the airport and they said to me, station by station. And I said, okay, you're going to get Teudat Zut and you're going to get, identity card and so on. And then the guy in charge at the airport said to me, okay, it's finished. Now we'll send him by taxi to where he'd like to go in Israel. Where to send him? I said, only one place, Hilton Hotel.
Yes, always.
So George was in Ole Hadash to the Hilton Hotel, and then afterwards he went back. But you had a good relationship with him, and I think in Germany, and he was a terrific guy.
Like curator of my life.
And
He built me like a person,
yeah,
in West. Without
George
I
was-
remind you
Yeah.
what you forget.
Yeah.
We coming to airport in Vienna,
Okay.
landed.
Yeah. And Chase.
No,
Yeah.
and coming phenomenal things before
Yeah.
meet you.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly a flight not come to
Mm-hmm.
airport, come to another place.
Yeah.
close to airport.
Yeah.
Stay, and people coming to me, stewardess say, don't say, it's not safe. You go to this place, to close to captains, and we open look for you.
Okay.
They open special door, and you slowly move down. Without only, if you remember,
I remember exactly.
my beautiful dress.
You must put it in a museum.
Luggage,
Huh?
here,
You
big
put it in a
luggage.
museum.
Only one luggage. They jump, take away. No, don't show Israel this disaster.
That's right.
and we go, and to see down, car open sunroof.
That's right.
And we go like with the head, Galina shaking, and come down and see around Arabs. It's not Arabs, but Moroccan people.
That's right.
And she say, Valery, we die today or tomorrow. I say, why? And some sit close to us say, хорошо, хорошо, хорошо. Okay. And car. Drive like crazy around all Vienna, and behind few cars with a microphone, with camera. We don't understand nothing. Nobody speak one word. We don't speak English. Alina, sit like that and after coming. You have to come into embassy and
That's right.
Mr. Sverskiy, embassy say, ambassador, we talk now, and he say, 1.5 hours ago, he say, if Panov with family coming to airport, I closed all road immigrants, Jewish, through the Vienna.
Yeah. He didn't want publicity.
But after I asked Sverskiy,
Yeah. Of course. Did he agree? Did he say he did it, or did he deny it?
he say, after your story,
Mm-hmm.
bet I forget I'm Jew.
He had a brother in Israel, Sverskiy. He had a brother in Israel. Yeah, sure.
It's a phenomenal story.
That's right.
And Galina see you, beautiful man coming, coming live.
That's right. I remember those few days, and everybody was phoning from all over the world.
Terrible.
That's horrible. But you know, if I think about it, you got back into stage after 3 months, and you got to stage in November 2004 with Philharmonic.
Yeah. But I want to remind you, marvelous, it's a very important story. Very important story. Teddy colleague, Galina afraid too many women around me. Better we go to Jerusalem. Yeah. And Teddy colleague comes to me and say, Valery, I bring money to Israel. What is it? Moshe Dayan bring money to Israel. Not enough.
That's right.
Golda Meir bring best money for Israel. I say, and what? Translate. It means schnorres. You know this business, schnorres.
That's right. It's a Jewish
I
profession.
say, I hear something, but Valery, I need from you to be best schnorres in the world for Israel.
That's right.
I say, and what is it? They call to me from Canada, this chief of international Jewish community,
Yeah, that's right.
Brockman, and he say immediately send family Panov to us. And they just say, and I say, okay, I already speak with Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra say, okay, he together with. And Brockman say, we don't need Frank Sinatra. Today names of Panov much bigger. We not pay 30% to from money. And we bring 13 millions. And Golda Meir brings 17 millions.
That's right. You remember we went to Golda Meir's kibbutz? In
Yes.
the south, remember? Yeah. and we sat in a
Yes,
sort of
yes.
one room there and spoke a bit and so on and
Yes,
so
and
forth. So
she sit with
beautiful lady.
and the land, the
Yeah,
grass.
yeah. But you know, look, this is, we're in the dance library of Israel, and this is some of the press clippings and photographs the dance library's got, and upstairs they have a whole cupboard
Really?
of material about Panov. So
But I'm in life, no?
well, and
I
you're
know
still
that
alive.
yet, no.
That's right. So and so they have space in the cupboard still. So okay. But you should have a look at it afterwards, because the history of all the demonstrations and the story and so on, it's all there. And this is just some, because she carried it downstairs.
Oh my
but
God.
some good pictures. And the lady that runs the dance library for Israel, they've collected it over the years.
Beautiful man was. Really, it's me. I don't believe, of course. Fantastic. Oh my God, fantastic pictures.
Valery, the ballet that you did on the story of George about Dreyfus,
Yeah.
you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which company
I
did you
dreaming
do
to
it
build
with?
here, but I don't know audience of Israel. I don't know. Maybe don't like.
I think it should come to Israel firstly, and I think the Dreyfus story is part of the Jewish life, and it should be part of the Israeli life, and should find a way to do it.
It's like my life. It was here
absolutely.
very similar.
But the film that you did is Lucerne, yeah?
No, in Bonn. Bonn.
The Dreyfus in Bonn,
In Bonn.
and
And film made too. I
yeah.
have film.
you have
If
film?
you want to
yes,
see
I'd
it,
like to see it,
yeah.
because we should try to arrange with television and so on to show that film.
Yes,
And
it's fantastic.
it's also an opportunity to say goodbye to George White.
Darling, if you did this,
Mhm.
I kiss you hands.
That's all.
No, but I have to pose.
No, but
Yeah,
so you've got the film.
Big
huh?
kiss from me. Yes.
So let's get it and
Not
let me have a look
only,
at it.
This disc DVD. I have a cassette with many fantastic pieces what not coming to the film.
Oh, okay, right.
Fantastic. It's a
A big ballet, 2 hours or
Big,
something? Big
yes.
ballet. Big orchestra and so on and so forth.
orchestra and music.
What did you use?
Mi-
Schnittke?
Mr. Schmidtke give me free to collect his music.
Oh, okay.
He give me free forever. He give me free. After big premiere in Lucerne with Schnittke, he was in life.
Yeah.
And I made Gogol suite. And he likes crazy. And say, I give you permit, do everything.
That's good.
Any payment without anything.
Good. You're happy with the ballet? I mean, the film, yeah? We should do something with it.
They made
Mhm.
Sweden, Germany, and in Slovenia, working to realize film.
Yeah, okay. Well, what else did you do with George? I mean, besides your good friends, did you do other artistic collaboration, or was that the main piece?
A special present for him. Idiot, it's present for him.
Oh, the idiot.
Everybody say for Nureyev now.
No, okay.
And no, it's for him.
And it says so in the program or something?
I don't know program, no problem, but the whole family know about it.
Oh,
And he say Valery before he died, months what Daron was свидетель, he always say, Valery, you know, I want to go with you to St. Petersburg. I want to go for St. Petersburg because never forget Idiot, and I want to see this place and your place and Dostoevsky. It's his dream.
well then.
And I call him, you know, maybe for a week or two before die. I speak with Eva and say, tell to George, I have now free time in Switzerland. Possible go to no answer, after convenience.
No, he was already very sick. His daughter will be in Israel on his day, so we'll see what we can do. But yes,
Caroline, yeah?
we should do something. And I liked very much the performance we saw with your company in Ashdod Theatre. I liked it. My wife liked it also very much. And she said that your solutions and your choreography, she liked it. She says it flowed very well together, and it meant something. And
Люди, которые чуть знают балет.
no, it worked well. And I also liked that theatre in Ashdod, physically.
Yeah.
It's a very respectable theatre.
Yes.
Good stage. And
Reasonable, I say.
he was
Need
not
to
a-
repair, need to put injection to give life to everything.
Yeah, sure. But one of my sons has moved down to the south, which is not too far from Ashdod.
I want to see your kids because
Okay.
you know what I know now. It's
We have 11 grandchildren. And next, by February, we will have 12. So, you see, we're busy.
my
We're
God.
busy.
I think it's only me here.
No,
I'm very
sure.
far from you.
And so, the thing about an artist, about you, is although there's books about you and there's history about you, there's also a future. And the future doesn't have to be any way less than the past.
Yeah.
Because you learn some things, you know how to create, you know how to build a company. And according to what I saw in Ashdod,
I'll build company in Ashdod. This is more difficult. In other places, not more difficult.
well, okay. But it seems to me that the municipality, they realize that they have some big asset in their hands. And they're going to have to do things in that theatre. And with that theatre and with the population of Ashdod. Population of Ashdod is cultured, is quite cultured. And Trifonov played a recital in Ashdod 1 week ago. Yeah, the pianist. Yeah. He was.
Yes.
Yeah,
He played ballet what I make now.
Uh-huh.
28 opus of preludes, 24 preludes Chopin.
Oh, really?
He played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played without music.
And I, of course,
Wow. Okay. I heard Andreas Schiff.
maybe you like great businessman, you help me,
Uh-huh.
maybe.
Yeah.
Again, for our memory and life in future.
Mm-hmm.
I write now second book,
Oh, okay. Oh.
already in Russian
Mhm.
and English.
Oh, okay.
And I look at publisher and I have kind of problems.
With the publisher.
With publishers, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this book important because it's all life what we start, how start everything life in Israel and West.
Okay. When are you
35 years after.
when are you planning the Broadway show or the
Please explain. It's a
oh, you tell me. Okay.
it's a continue going.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And we, I also want to talk with our new friends like Alex and for some person who want to support us visit to St. Petersburg. Maybe he have interest also a little bit support and book and Broadway. But you have to be on Broadway. No way on premiere,
I agreed to come
please. Yeah.
with my wife, eh?
Because all disaster
And
in
no,
the West
no.
coming up from you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You open door for this disaster.
I should have put you back on the plane. Huh?
But if give me again this life, I accept this door again.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Listen, my policy when you came was that you had to make your own decisions. You had to live your life. If you remember, I proposed to you maybe we bring Rudy van Danzig to make from Holland to make a ballet,
Yeah.
and you like it, and so that's fine. We left it, and you found your way. You, in one way, did the Russians succeed because they did not let you go out for several years? Is it success for the Russians? I'm not sure. I think the Russians made some stupid mistakes with you because there are things that you don't do with artists. And one of the things you don't do with artists is to stamp on them and think that then they'll crash like this. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen anywhere in the world. And it didn't happen with you. And you showed strength, and Galina showed strength, and you had good friends, and your brother, and Tarasov, I remember,
Yeah.
from the
Tarasuk.
Tarasuk is from the museum, and others.
But I feel kill him.
Yes, but you're never guilty of killing somebody.
They kill him exactly in time what killed Bulgarian guy, if you remember, with umbrella. It was time KGB start to show underground power, and it's a kill him because he started to be visit Reagan, and he started to be very close to Reagan, and he consulted him about everything, small things in Russia, how Russia behaves at this time, and KGB know very well that Reagan likes him very much.
The other thing I noticed in reading this book, that you are not a very good student in school.
Yeah.
Mathematics and so on. That's
But
okay.
yeah, I all the time learn. I
But-
learn in school, now I all the time
But
learn.
look here, we was talking about music, talking about literature.
Oh yes, this
Yeah.
is not possible
Yes.
touch me, I know very well.
So you were really a very good student of life and of literature
I
and
hate
of culture.
Soviet Union. I have Soviet Union education. I went Soviet Union school from very young time. If age of 13, 12, I read all Solzhenitsyn by hand, so I think, how I go to school after. Possible. So
You know,
lying.
I used to sit once or twice in the apartment of Grigorovich in Moscow,
Yeah.
because in the UNESCO I was on committee, and I used to talk about Mayakovsky,
Yeah.
the poems, and cry. It was like, this is what you do. You talk about Mayakovsky, you drink and you cry. And it's,
Mayakovsky is life also a little bit some place similar,
that's right.
because he sell himself,
That's right.
but it's not possible stay long. Because if you sell your soul, you don't stay anymore.
That's right. So now you're in Israel, and now you have.
Now I fight in
Now you're in Israel. Your life was one fight.
Yeah.
It was never easy.
George White before died, he tell
Yeah?
with the Rossi. What? Again scandal? Oh, fun. Scandal. It's your brother.
All right. But that's it. Artists, some artists are like that. Look at stories about Rudolph.
Wow. They want to make film now.
Oh yeah?
In Russian. I don't know. Russian.
Остановимся на минуточку. Можно?
This is the book that I reread again. It's a very good book. And it's a very good book because it gives you philosophy about movement and about ballet and about performances. And I think that it's a book that every dancer, and particularly every classical dancer, should read, should study. Because firstly you kept some sort of a diary, so you wrote it down. And secondly, it reads very well. It's written well. It's a good book. Now,
My agent say,
Yeah?
Valery, it's very, very good book because many dancers buy book
That's
to
right.
see how you criticize Baryshnikov and Nureyev. And you say very good things about all.
Yes, okay. And then, we're in the dance library here in Tel Aviv.
שים על הספר.
טלפון אצלך? לא מתעצם?
רגע.
שלי.
אז אולי מפה לצלצל?
לא, הטלפון שלי בכיס.
Somebody,
Okay.
some telephone working.
בואו נתחיל.
Не
בבקשה.
очень удобное время.
Valery, we're in the dance library of Israel. And you see, they've collected, this is a collection of...
שנייה, בוא נעשה.
תגיד לי שאתה מוכן.
אוקיי, בבקשה.
We're in the dance library of Israel, and this is, it says Panov, Valery and Galina, performances and photographs, and it gives a period of time, 1963 to 1976, and they have an enormous collection of Panovaria. Panovaria, yeah. And so it goes from 1963, for example.
Oh my God.
I suppose this is you, right?
Yes, it's by
When
By balls, I understand.
Yes, I recognize you by the fact that it's you. And then, of course, it goes through. This is the period
Oh,
that
it's
you're
100 years
dancing
ago.
in Mali,
Mali, yes.
and you did a lot of stuff with
Eight-
Mali.
18, 20 years old, yes.
That's right. And then we start to get what I call
My best production together with
That's right.
Shostakovich, we have special medal for the ballet.
uh-huh.
Lady and Hooligan.
Yeah, that's right. The
Byelorussian
Hooligan.
Hooligan,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. And so we go now in '68. That's
It's
That's
a Varna
Varna,
get gold
yeah.
medal.
I was in Varna about that time also. Yeah.
She was 17 here, but for 17 not possible give medal.
Mhm.
And Ulano made for her 18,
Ah,
because
okay.
Ulano likes her very much.
Okay. And this comes from Mali. And then as we go through the
It's
years,
Romeo
there's a Romeo and Juliet,
Mercutio.
Kirov, and this is a good picture.
Mercutio, Corsair.
Yes, but it's a nice picture.
Yeah.
And
Good condition boy.
well, yes.
Yeah.
And so we go through the years. This is Makarova,
Makarova, yes.
who you danced with 2 or 3 times, I think.
With Makarova I
Yeah.
danced
Were you many times?
maybe 8 years.
Okay,
Don't
but
stop.
yes, no.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice picture.
Nuri,
This
yeah.
is Galina with Rudolph.
Rodolphe. What I tell you now,
Mhm.
the start made film of
That's
him,
right.
in Hollywood.
This is it's a good film.
Yeah.
And
Super.
so, I mean, Galina's pictures are rather nice.
Yeah. Even she's so nice. Even today I don't not recognize her. She come and I not recognize her.
I got greetings from Galina before 2 years from somebody who met Galina in a sauna in India. So I said, I have regards for you from Galina Panov. I said, where did you see Galina? She said, in a sauna in India. So I got her email and I wrote her, and she wrote me back, and so on and so on. So, and those are the the
Hamlet,
years that goes
yeah.
by, sure.
Hamlet
And-
and Sizo. Sizo is
That's right.
a leading ballerina in Mariinsky Theater. She done Sleeping Beauty film, very
Oh,
famous film.
Okay. This is the story
Hamlet.
of Hamlet.
Yes.
I mean, you were the lead in Hamlet, and
It's made special for me and Baryshnikov.
Baryshnikov. Well, if you meet with Baryshnikov, you can talk about Hamlet.
No, but Hamlet, Baryshnikov say I not dance anymore Hamlet because Panov much better than me because I'm too young.
Yeah,
Baryshnikov
yeah,
say.
yeah. But Jenny told me the story about the third cast ultimately did Hamlet. The first cast was you, the second cast was Baryshnikov.
Yeah.
The third cast was, I don't know, Sergeyev or something.
Dolgushin,
Talgushin.
quite famous dancer.
Okay.
He died now.
And so we go through.
Korgapka,
I mean, this is Don Quixote.
Don Quixote in Vienna.
This is
Kisaria.
No, I'm not sure.
It's a Kisaria Legend Hooligan. This is Mariinsky Theater.
Okay.
It's a
You
Kisaria.
had more hair then.
It's the week.
That's a week.
Yeah.
Oh. Keep it as a souvenir.
I have a fantastic story.
Yeah?
I start to work here with London Open Company, coming first production, first performance. Fantastic, sell tickets, and I sit in the audience, and we make preparing performance, and many people sit around, and somebody should say, why people lying here in Israel all the time? Panov not in Israel, Panov in America. I know very well, all family in America.
Oh, really?
And I say, no, Panov is here. Where is here? Oh, sit here. Look at me and say, you Panov? Yes. What you talk? I know Panov. Panov with a curly. No, you naked. Look, you like an egg. It's first contact with the Israeli people.
Sorry, we don't believe anybody. And so, look, we've got some very good pictures
Even
here.
I don't know what is it.
You can, this is from 1975, and
It's a Batsheva, I think, yeah?
not sure who it is. Maybe some dances that we put together.
No, I don't know what is it.
And this is Batsheva, it says. And,
I think I made Lady in Hooligan too.
yes, and so it goes on. this book.
It's a Coliseum Theater, yeah. And BBC film. Yeah, Vienna I made
Crazy.
Sergeyev,
Albinoni.
and Albinoni даже. It's my first choreography in my life.
And I mean, there's also a lot of newspaper clippings here,
Yeah.
as you can see, from that period, you know, the early period that you were in Israel.
Yeah.
And what you'll also find very interesting, when somebody wants to...
This is picture till today you buy in museum of in Metropolitan Theater. Назван.
And then,
No, не назван. Ну, не, doesn't.
and you know, these books, some of them have press clippings from, this is the announcement
Oh,
in
yes.
September 74, September, maybe it was,
You know,
No, they haven't got the right date.
They say, I ask you, Barry, could you help me? I want to cut my. You look at me. You don't remember. You look at me and say, Valery, I think it's not a good idea because you now in the world only with your.
beer.
It's like Moshe Dayan without.
Have to keep the brand, and so it goes. Look, this is somewhere.
Woman.
Yeah, women's magazine. The ballerina escaped to freedom.
I not recognize her now. I know.
Well, maybe she'll visit.
It's he's a beautiful woman. My
Yes.
God, I look into the mirror, but I like myself. I'm not bad. You know?
No.
No, it's very bad. Yeah.
Here's this article by Walter Terry.
Yeah.
This is quite an interesting article. I didn't know it had good illustrations with it. Because
This is coming all around the world.
yeah, because
It's from Times magazine.
it's a Sunday Review or something. But Walter,
First page in Times.
yeah, no, it's a good picture. And
Show me, please.
Saturday Review, September 21, 74. You were interviewed by Walter Terry in London.
Yeah.
He sat with you for some time, and he wrote a big story, which is this, where he says the Panovs airborne again, airborne in the air again, and the whole.
It's nice arabesque. I don't know. It's me.
Could be,
I think it's Baryshnikov. No, it's me.
Yes, Baryshnikov. Resting. And here's the rest of the article. But when I was looking at the articles about you before, when I came across this article by Walter Terry, it's written very well.
Yeah.
Yes, it's written very well. And it's also, you know, sometimes you have things that are written that are very important because they're in a crossroad. Or they tell you about the decisions and why you took this road or not that road.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
also a good article. And it's so it goes. I mean, you know, all over the world. I think that the dance library people have done a great job.
Fantastic.
And they've kept it.
And I don't know about it.
Well, you see.
Fantastic.
So when I suggested we did the interview here, I did not realize how much material they had. And even in Russian. This is November 1974, which is a few days ago. And New York Times, December 74, Panov's A Political and Artistic Odyssey. Odyssey is like a great journey, an Odyssey. And huge reception at the UJA in Texas. Must have been. Okay. Oh, here, you see, December 74. December 74, I'm not sure. New York Post. Clive Barnes, the Panovs are lively and doing well in Berlin. I'm not sure that the date is right. Because
I think it's wrong, yeah.
I'm thinking December 74.
One year wrong.
Yes, I think it's 1 year wrong. This is Galina and Saka.
Sacre du Printemps, they have prize of best
yeah?
choreography in the world,
Okay.
1982.
Okay.
And I made this choreography here.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody understand. Don't understand music.
You did a piece with Albinoni music. Huh?
Yeah. I made
No, but I
Hundreds.
remember that piece. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that piece.
We was with Princess Grass, she invited us.
Yeah, that's right.
We danced for her,
And
Monte
this,
Carlo.
this, by the way, this is from the Jerusalem Post of 2007 here in Israel, but it's entitled "Skirts Against the Kremlin." Skirts, women's skirts, and this was the start of the 35s. You know, those women who, of course, they based it on. What's also interesting that a lot of the women leaders at that time, the beginning of the 70s, they came to live in Israel. So Barbara Oberman,
This is from
she lives in Israel.
Same like George.
Yeah, listen, Jewish. Same like me. I didn't have skirt, but you know what. And also Doreen Gainsford, whose name is mentioned here. And listen, they did some crazy things, but it had an effect.
Yeah, of course.
Because the Russians, the Bolshoi troop in Manchester, what happened in Manchester with, I think, the Bolshoi, it was starting to cause a problem for Russians. And
Big problem to
that's
cancel tours.
that's right.
It's a lose phenomenal money for Russia, everything.
It's stupid. The impresario of the Russians was Hochhauser. No, nice chap, by the way. But
He made fantastic job. Means he get a lot of money, yes.
no, I don't know. But he was a good Jew, by the way. He has an apartment in Jerusalem.
Yes, I know.
And, his children live in-
fantastic conditions for him. Nina Timofeeva present him apartment in the middle of Moscow, like a present.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And his son, one of his sons, was Israel ambassador to India until 1 year ago. And now he's the director of the Jerusalem Foundation in Jerusalem. And his daughter, one of his children, she's writes programs, very good. She writes very good music programs and dance programs for performances. In fact, I tell Doron, make a contact for you. Contact Shari Greenberg. When you need something in English, she's brilliant. And she writes programs for. She writes for her father, her mother, in England. She just writes it. It reads well, and it's properly researched, and people look at a program and they respect the program. So, and here you have it. And this is a beautiful piano from when? 73. June 73.
מה, היא הסוללה הסוללה לא זזה מהבוקר. ואני, כשאני עובד, כבר היו לי מקרים שאני ממש גומר 4 סוללות ביום, נגיד עמוס כזה, אמיר גרה. כן.
Valery Panov committee. Okay. Which is the period August presented special. You saw that? No, Hollywood made. Ah, yes. July 73.
Sverskiy.
Yes, Krank.
Oh, yes.
June 70 something. You say schmuck.
Yeah.
And it means trick.
Yeah.
So there were these two Czechoslovakian dancers. The one was Yuri Kirov, and the one was Pavel Schmuck. Yeah, really. And so, from Krakow, they offer a job.
Yes.